It might be the most innovative goal of my lifetime. Do you know what day of the week it is? Me neither. It's that wonderful time of the year, and welcome to the final edition of Steve's Hat Picks for 2021, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL over the past year. We have narrowed it down to 10, and how many of them happened against the Leafs? Just one against the Leafs. That's pretty good for them. We've seen a lot of things over the past year, but some of them were wonderful. Some of them were innovation. Some of them were elite talent, and some of them were pure will. And I'd like to start with one of those. This is all heart, all determination. Here's Ryan Pulock single-handedly saving the game in Game 4 for the New York Islanders against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Pulock behind the net. Around the board, stopped by Pulock. Right in front, McDonough with a chance, spins. Oh, and it's blocked by Pulock. What a play. Game over. We're going back to Tampa with a series tied.
First of all, what a win for the New York Islanders. What a great move. Kucherov bunts this out to McDonough, and this is the move I love. I was not expecting that at all. And when you talk about being in the right place at the right time, and you never know when it's going to be you in a game like this, well, number 6, Pulock. What a game-saving play. This was going into the net. And not only does he stop it, he doesn't put his glove over it. McDonough can't believe it. What a great move by McDonough.
Like that play ends up in hat picks no matter what. If Ryan McDonough, a defense, like what's he even doing there? If Ryan McDonough wins a playoff game on a spinorama, yeah, that's going to be in hat picks. That's going to be in the year-end hat picks. It would be in this video still. But with his teammates down and out, the goaltender down and out, everyone down and out, and less than 3 seconds left on the clock, Ryan Pulock, hero. As the commentary correctly points out, not only did he stop it, but he stopped it without putting his glove on the puck, is what they landed on. But how about not knocking it into his own net? It's unfortunate how things have gone for the New York Islanders at the beginning of the 2021-2022 season, because this clip, that playoff series against the Lightning in 2021, the bubble playoff series that they had against each other in 2020, it's all a reminder that there is a legitimate argument that over the last 2 seasons, the New York Islanders have been at least the second best team in the NHL. Only one team has taken them down in the playoffs, and it was the Lightning in each of the past 2 seasons. Yes, they were shut out in Game 7 of their 2021 series, but might I remind you that that game was 1-0! It took everything the Lightning had to barely beat the Islanders. Both teams brought out the best in each other, and this save by Pulock, I mean, it's just proof of that. That is why this is a hat pick. That was number 10. Number 9 on our list of the best hat picks of the year is a reminder that this list was come up with by producer Drew. It happened against the Leafs. It's early in the list, which I appreciate. I watched this goal live. You all got to watch me watch this goal live on stream for everyone to see. But I gotta tell you, it's amazing. Here's Paul Byron in the playoffs, short-handed, game-winning goal in Game 1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
A minute left in this third Leaf power play, and it's Matthews in. Traps through Thornton, checked on the play, and turned back by Armia with speed. Paul Byron gets there, done, scored! What a brilliant goal by Paul Byron, shorthanded.
Chris, the best team in the National Hockey League during the regular season shorthanded. They scored 9 times. And what happens? You get a minute 15 into a power play, and you're unable to gain the line and get it deep. Thornton gets the back pass here by Matthews. Great job, though, of Armia just chipping it away. And this is a foot race that is hard one to win. Sandin with the little trip of Byron, but how about his heads-up play? Kept control. Watch himself focused his eyes on the puck. He gets control of the bottom hand and just chips it up and over Campbell, who thought he was going to be able to get to that puck first.
I mean, what do you do? Now, game one of this series was something that neither team and neither fan base wanted to see. We all remember John Tavares, the unfortunate incident. He gets kneed on his way down to the ice, knocked unconscious. It was a terrifying scene. And I remember there was legit debate online, like, should this game continue? And of course, it did. It did. I can't remember a playoff game ever getting canceled in the middle of it in my lifetime. So if the game is going to be continued, there needs to be a winner. And this game did not only get a winner, but it got a positive defining moment. It was a game that needed an image other than one of pure terror, and Paul Byron provided. I mean, this is spectacular. The Montreal Canadiens are on the penalty kill, less than half a period to go in the third period of game one. The game is tied, but some nifty work at the blue line, followed by absolute wheels. Paul Byron wins a foot race against Rasmus Sandin, but is tripped, and he ends up on his knees, but he keeps the puck. Finds a way to lift it up and over Jack Campbell and in, and there is your game one game winner. It's not just the circumstances, it's not just the fabulous aesthetics of the goal. The Leafs won the next 3 games of this series. I'm sure I don't need to remind you. If Byron never scores this goal and puts the Montreal Canadiens up 1-0 in the series, who knows what happens? But we do know what happened. They won this game. They ended up winning the series despite being down 3-1, and they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final. The Montreal Canadiens' run to the Stanley Cup final had many memorable moments. Some of them happened in this game, but this one was the best. That is a hat pick. For our next hat pick at number 8, we have a save. And what I said off the top still applies. Some of them are innovation, some of them are elite skill, and some of these are going to be just pure determination. This save from Thatcher Demko might be all 3.
Zibanejad missed the pass. Tyler Myers failed to clear it. Puck is centered. Panarin fanned on it. In front. Tyler missed the net. Big pile up in the goal crease. Panarin cuts in front. He shoots. Sprung against Demko. Panarin again. Shoots. Blocked by Demko. Wild action. Demko's lost his blocker. He's waving at the referee. Demko doesn't have his blocker. He's got a bare right hand. There's another shot. And I don't know how he stopped that. Now the referee sees that Demko doesn't have his blocker. Miraculous play in the Vancouver goal crease. And a standing ovation. Bedlam at Rogers Arena.
The referee saw he didn't have his blocker, but he let play continue. It's not like when you lose your helmet. Now here is ball hockey 101. We're out on the street. And you can see Demko's lost his blocker. The ref knows it. He's standing right there. And look at JT Miller's in behind. Referee looks at him again. Look at JT Miller. That's Demko. Got a piece of that, got it up and over.
Like, that's unbelievable. First of all, listen to that crowd. Travis Green was still the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. Jim Benning was still their GM. There was no Bruce. There it is. At the time I am shooting this video, the Vancouver Canucks, Bruce Boudreau just set a record with 7 straight wins to begin his tenure as the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. I was asked recently, and the Canucks were only 3-0, maybe 4-0 under Bruce Boudreau when I was asked this question. I was asked bold predictions for 2022, and I said the Vancouver Canucks are making the playoffs. This clip only makes me more sure of that prediction. Because listen, there are many stats. There are stats out there that I understand. There are stats out there that I do not. But we are in an amazing informational age in hockey. And a lot of stats out there are great predictors of success. And therefore, great predictors of failure. But it feels like every year there is one team at least, that just is magic. And you can't quantify magic. Well, it depends who you ask. In Harry Potter, you can't. In Dragon Ball Z, you can. I mean, it's basically magic, guys. That's a debate for another video. No reason this puck shouldn't have gone in. It had 1,000 opportunities to, or I mean, more realistically, like, what was it, 5? But to make an intentional scorpion save without your blocker? Thatcher Demko. That's so ridiculous. That is why this is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, all right, I'm going to spoil this for you. There's a couple McDavid ones. They're pretty good because he's pretty good. But this goal by TJ Oshie is number 7, and I just can't help but feel if this goal was scored by Connor McDavid or any other star who plays for a Canadian team, it'd be in the top 3. This is a preposterous solo effort by Timothy Jimothy Oshie. Watch this.
A good Thursday evening from our nation's capital. Eller on an interchange with Oshie. Off the head fake to the backhand. He scores! A magnificent one-handed effort. Oshie makes it 2-0.
The boys are hitting seams tonight and getting open through their hard work, and that's what TJ was talking about earlier today. We've got to work harder. And watch this play right here, getting around the defenseman Matheson, who we think has had a great evening, and just one-hands it past the goaltender. Here it is, the deke falling down, stretching out on his belly, and puts it in with the blade of his stick. It's incomprehensible how he's able to elevate that, Joe. Impressive once again from TJ Oshie. Here it comes. He gets it. It goes 7-hole, and the Caps have a 2-0 lead.
That's so dumb! Like, the whole thing starts with actually a pretty shifty play right at center ice around Sidney Crosby, who is looking to finish the hit. Once he does, he hands the puck off to Lars Eller, and Eller is very clearly not doing anything with this puck except passing it to TJ Oshie. No speed, like no intention of even entering the zone himself, not a thought of a shot in his head. He sends it right back to just a flying TJ Oshie. He grabs it, windmills around Michael Matheson, and Matheson actually does a good enough job that, like, he knocks Oshie down, and Oshie, how? Oshie, like, one-hand pool cues the thing into the net. It's not even that he pool cues it, because that would be if it went along the ice. He, like, slices it. He gets under it just enough to lift it up and over Tristan Jarry's pad. I'm not trying to start a fight. Leave a comment in the comment box down below if that is scored by McDavid or Matthews or any star for a Canadian team. That's a top 3 play of the year. Or is it? Because at number 6, this isn't even the best McDavid goal of the year. Here is Connor McDavid owning the new owner. Congratulations, of the Winnipeg Jets.
Real good chance for Edmonton right off the draw. Ehlers from Scheifele and Connor at 13:57 of the third. Speaking of Connor, here's McDavid, beat him in, shoots and scores! He's done it again! Coast to coast, and this game is tied!
Are you absolutely kidding me? Talk about putting on the Jets once again, and this has been such a tight checking game, but watch this. Not to be denied. That inside move, put a puck to an area, backhand, forehand, elevate over top of the blocker side of Connor Hellebuyck, head up. He catches it with speed for the first time in this game. There's 3 Winnipeg Jets that are in between him and the goal, and he's just not going to be denied. A quick reaction by Edmonton, and guess who? Connor McDavid ties this one.
Okay, and we're having this talk. Okay, did you see what McDavid did to the Jets? You saw that, right? It's also worth noting that the Winnipeg Jets swept the Edmonton Oilers in the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs. And a big thing coming out of that, and it lasted into this season, was that McDavid has not drawn a penalty in the Stanley Cup playoffs in a long time. Now, some people, I don't know who, say that you should just shut up about it. That goal is why you shouldn't. Oh, stop whining. Whining, is it? Well, I don't know. Let's take a look at both sides of this debate. One side is complaining that they're really good at hockey, but they're not calling the rules of hockey. The other side is complaining because they want to just do whatever they want. I don't know. The first argument kind of sounds like it has a point and logic. The other point sounds like a toddler. So which one is whining, you know? Who's to say? I suppose we'll find out in the playoffs. again. But anyway, this is for another video. This from McDavid. Which Jet do you even point to? Whose fault is it? I'll tell you who plays this the most right. It's not Kopp, it's not either defenseman, it's Connor Hellebuyck. Not because of how he played it in net or he almost stopped it, but because he knew as soon as it went in, I'm gonna put my head down. I don't even want to show my face. Just Connor Hellebuyck, I don't even want to be around anymore. When you are so good that players just instinctively know to hide their face when you score, you deserve to be called the best player in the league. That from McDavid is a hat pick, and it's not even his best one. Now entering the top 5, you all know that Steve's hat picks, they are the birthplace of Steve's paddle save emporium. And in 2021, this paddle save was the best one in the entire emporium. Alex Nedeljkovic, take it away.
To the story there. Yep. So it stays here, 5-on-3 as play continues. With plenty of time on the Chicago power play. There's DeBrincat. Oh, what a save by Nedeljkovic! Oh, he keeps it at 6'3". A diving stab with the outstretched stick on the man they call the Cat. But it was reflex like no other from Nedeljkovic right there, Cat-like himself.
Usually DeBrincat smokes this into an open net. The puck jumped on him and it flubbed off the top of the blade of the stick and just floated towards the net. And they'll be looking at this one. No, they're not going to look at it. It was right on the line when his stick came up in the air. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Like, I know Carolina they're doing very well. They're good. They gave up this guy for a third? Why? Does his equipment stink? Do his feet smell? How many times over the last 25, 30 years has a Calder nominee been traded the summer after they were a Calder nominee? I just. Now this thing is ridiculous. Alex DeBrincat, for all the Blackhawks on ice struggles, their ups, their downs, DeBrincat has been automatic. The guy is a known goal scorer. And yes, he doesn't get all of this shot, but the fact that Nedeljkovic is able to get any of it from where he begins this play is stunning. Are we just rewarding goalies for being out of position? Oh, stop with that argument. That's every amazing save ever. Isn't all of goaltending being in one place and then quickly going to the other? Stop overcomplicating things. It's a great save by a great goalie, Alex Nedeljkovic. That is a hat pick. At number 4, this goal's dumb. And again, it's another reminder, I cannot believe where the New York Islanders are right now. But Matt Barzal, this is ridiculous.
Gordon Everly, Matt Barzal trying to catch up to this one, gets there, pokes it, working on Ristolainen, got through, Barzal between his legs! Oh, Matt Barzal take a bow!
It just doesn't get a whole lot better than that when you talk about a one-on-one scenario. And Ristolainen, who is a big, strong individual, and Barzal had to hold him off and uses his speed as that puck gets past the Sabre defenseman. Watch this move. He's got his held, and then to have the wherewithal to slow down and know where that goaltender's going. He's got him coming all the way across, and Barzal stays in control. Then, as you mentioned, Brendan, puts the puck in between the legs, and Ristolainen can only wonder what the heck happened there as Barzal strong arms him. He's so good on his edges, so strong on his feet.
Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Asterisk, this was against the Sabres. And to that I would say, that's mean. That's, hey. But also, if you take a look at the score, the Sabres were winning this game. Matt Barzal flying in with speed, that's bullying. I don't know what Rasmus Ristolainen did to Matt Barzal that night. I don't know if he, like, said he stinks or is bad. I don't know. You know, those hockey chirps where they say you stink and you're bad? But no matter what he said or did to Matt Barzal, he did not deserve to have this happen. And it would have been a nice goal if it was just a regular run-of-the-mill wrist shot, but he puts it between his legs! What this goal is a time capsule, I hope, because this goal should have been scored in front of fans. It's a sin that it wasn't scored in front of fans. Can you imagine New York Islanders fans, when he pulls that one off? They would have moved into their new arena sooner had this been scored in front of fans, because they would have blown the roof of the old place off. This is sick, this is wicked, this is nasty. Matt Barzal, that's a hat pick. Now, we enter the top 3. This, at number 3, the bronze medal winner, is the best save of 2021. And I know what you're thinking. I'm just going to give you a moment to see if you can figure out what it is. Yes, it's a recent entry. The Buffalo Sabres have, they've had a 2021, but they're ending it on a wonderful note. The Jack Eichel trade is behind them. Alex Tuch joining the lineup. Peyton Krebs joining the lineup. But we cannot forget about the addition of Malcolm Subban. The Sabres just struggling so bad to get anybody who can stop any sort of puck. The Sabres go out and get Malcolm Subban, and almost right away, he does this.
Right in front, tipped on goal by Connor. The rebound off the post. Rodriguez looking for another one.
Let's take a look. Subban gets a piece of it, then it hits the back of his other glove right on the goal line. Wow, what happened? If this is a save, it's one of the most remarkable saves
one of the most incredible saves of all time.
Time. In the situation room or in Toronto, trying to find every angle and every possible way to determine whether this did not totally cross the goal line or not. Remember, the puck's got to go all the way across. It can't be on. The whole black puck has got to go across the plane of that goal line.
You see, he had lost his stick, but then it's the glove hand behind his back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the best save of 2021. I won't apologize for it. Again, you might go, what about this? What about that? What about that? All these saves where the goalie, did it intentionally and meant to do what they did. Did Malcolm Subban know that the puck was there and, did he mean to flick it with his glove? I don't know. You don't know either. He might be telekinetic. At very least, you can't prove that he isn't. But I go back to what I said before. What is goaltending other than being in one place and then being in a different one? Malcolm Subban's glove hand, his left hand, was over here. And then he decided to, I can't do on purpose what Malcolm Subban did by also on purpose. But just don't ask him. This is the best save of the year, and it's one of the best saves you or I have ever seen. This is absolutely a hat pick and worthy of the bronze medal. Now, number 2. Oh, this was tough. Because again, this is producer Drew's list. I saw that he had Malcolm Subban's save as the number 1 save, and I thought, you know what? That's fair. But I know what the top 2 is going to be. I think you know what the top 2 is going to be. So which one is number 1? We already know that the Dishagan is going to be on there. That's Trevor Zegras flipping the puck to Sonny Milano. We also know that McDavid pretty much torching the entire New York Rangers roster is also going to be here. There really wasn't a scenario where those 2 plays were not 1 and 2. One of them had to be 1, one of them had to be 2. So, the silver medal hat pick for 2021, I'm not sure I agree with this, but it's the Dishagan.
And Raquel will skate that down. He's got Zegras behind the net. He knows he's there. He goes right to him. Zegras here. He can. Oh, look at this! Oh, it's in! Oh my goodness! What a goal!
The magic of Trevor Zegras. It looks like he was going to try the Michigan play. Instead, he lobbed it off the back of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
We gotta watch this one again. Wow. As you can see here, he's behind the net. It looks like he's going for the old Michigan. He brings it up. Miller goes to knock it up. He shoots it in front.
Oh, it's
what a
Milano!
pass to Milano. Wow. And you can see Zegras too. He grabs his head. Look at him. He's like, I can't believe it actually worked.
I don't know if this is the best hat pick of the year, but it's definitely the most innovative. It might be the most innovative goal of my lifetime. Again, it all goes back to the Michigan. There's a reason that it's called the Michigan. Again, this goal used to be the most rare of the rare. It was scored, I think, in the minor leagues before it ended up getting scored at the University of Michigan. Sidney Crosby famously did it with the Rimouski Oceanique when he was with when he was in junior, and then some people got upset because it's hot dogging. But we never saw it at the NHL level until Andrei Svechnikov did it. Once he did it, Everyone got permission to do it. More than one Michigan goal has been scored at the NHL level. More than one Michigan goal has been thwarted by a defenseman or a goalie at the NHL level. But it's the evolution of the Michigan, because players have started to use it as a decoy. I seem to remember a couple years ago, Austin Matthews pretending to do it and then throwing the puck in front to William Nylander, who was wide open because everyone is looking for the Michigan. And as cheeky or cool as that was, ultimately, it was just a forehand to backhand pass into the blue paint. It's nothing special. This goal, however, Trevor Zegras and Sonny Milano, this changes the game. This changes everything. Now, I don't care that you see kids like playing in the minor leagues or just growing up and they can all do this. Because no disrespect to those kids, but those kids don't have to play against NHL defensemen. I hate those tweets, man. My nephew, your nephew has never gone up against Victor Hedman. That's the thing about the NHL. They're all good, man. It's not just that Trevor Zegras did it. It's that Sonny Milano knew Trevor Zegras could do this and called for it. That's why the celebration is so legendary, and it explains so much about it. There's a reason why Zegras can't believe his eyes. He can't believe his brain. And Sonny Milano, on the other hand, is losing his mind. The fact Zegras was able to sort of do the Michigan but create it into a flippy over-the-net pass is incredible. The fact that Milano saw it happening, he saw the play. They say that about Gretzky. He saw things before they happen, right? Milano, standing on an NHL ice surface during an NHL game, went, oh, he can just flip it over the net to me. You know, like all the times the people have done that in the NHL and it worked. He called it and he finished it, because there was a scenario here where Zegras could have flipped it and then he would have missed it and he gets hit. Nope, buries it. Players can do things that players have never been able to do. They can stick handle in ways that they've never been able to. They can skate in ways they've never been able to. The game is as fast as it's ever been. That's how the game is on the ice. Players like Trevor Zegras and Sonny Milano are figuring out how to use the air. Every time you think you've seen it all, something like this happens. I can't wait to see what's next. That is a hat pick. And number one, probably the most viewed goal of the entire year. Definitely the most single-handedly dominant goal of the year. And even though it's maybe not the cutest or most innovative goal like the Zegras and Milano one is, it is indeed the best one. McDavid is the best hockey player there is currently. There's no argument against him being the best offensive hockey player currently. And this thing, it's the best goal he's ever scored.
Oilers got the matchup they wanted. Rangers having trouble changing here. McDavid, beautiful move.
What can you say? That is absolutely outstanding. The pressure, the bar by Barry as he pinches in. And Connor McDavid's got to wait here. He wants to drive it right back into the zone. He looks up, he waits, and then he puts the Jets on. Look at this. Talk about stick handling in the phone booth. What a move around Georgiev to finish it off on the biggest night this year with number 4 going to the Raptors. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
That's not a statement.
Okay, see that's why I said it's a sin that the Matt Barzal goal happened in front of an empty building. If you could harness the energy that goal created in that building, none of us would ever have to pay for gas again. The Edmonton Oilers trying to come back in this game on home ice, where they were losing pretty good to the New York Rangers. But with about 3 minutes to go, the Oilers are on the verge of tying this thing. And Connor McDavid is on the ice, because that's what you do when you're losing a game and you have Connor McDavid on your team. And he passes the puck to one of his teammates, and just kidding, he's waiting for them to get onside, and then, because he's heading into a 1-on-4 situation, why would he do that? He passes the puck. By that I mean he goes at the 4 and wins! Everyone in the building, again, everyone knows how sick that goal is. All the fans know. Look at McDavid's celly. He knows. And then look at his teammates. Look at the face of all his teammates who are on the ice at the same time. Now, I can't hear what they're saying, and I can't lip read either, but all of their faces say the exact same thing. Holy cow, we get to play with Connor McDavid. Absolutely spectacular goal. Hard to argue against it. That is the #1 gold medal winning hat pick of 2021. So, what did you think of the final list? I think producer Drew did a pretty good job. Would you have switched up 1 and 2? Do you think Zegras and Milano should have beaten McDavid against the Rangers? Or do you think it's just fine? But for now, for this year, that is it for this edition of Steve's Hat Picks. Thank you very much for watching. In this year, 2021, it was a wacky one. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more in 2022. And I'll see you when we get there.